he really should have held it to no runs. If we turned a double play, he throws a shutout. But, he was really, really smart tonight. He was some of those balls, weren't because he was fighting command. He just wasn't going to let the middle of that order beat him. So, he picked his spots, but, he commanded the ball extremely well. The numbers don't really show it, but like I said, he was pitching around some of those guys a little bit to make sure that they weren't going to beat him.
And he's a guy when even if the command is shaky somewhat, his stuff is good enough to get outs in the big league.
Well, as long as he stays down in the zone. If he's elevating his fastball and his curveball, and he elevated a changeup to Iglesias that he ripped down the line for a double, but that's the only pitch that I really recall him elevating.
Sure, you felt comfortable with a 3-1 lead, but that 2-run knock by Eske.
We were trying to keep Wade out of that game.
Right.
And with the 4-run lead, we thought, okay, we'd turn it off to pounders. We had Strom up in the 6th, again in the 7th if we got a 4-run lead in the 8th, and we had to shut him down. And Moylan, 5 out of 6 days, it opened the door for pounders to come in there. But he got an out, so Wade didn't have to go the complete inning, just get 2 outs, but Wade looked great.
What was the conversation like before the game with Wade? Did he just want the ball tonight?
We asked him how he felt, and he said he felt fine. We said, well, if we get we explained to him that if we're in a situation where we have to use you to win the game, we will. But if we get to the 9th inning, we haven't used Herrera yet, then we're going to probably close with Herrera, and you'd be ready to go tomorrow. But in a 2-run game, Soria came in. We were planning from the 6th inning on. If Ventura could get us through the 6th, we'd probably just go ahead and go Soria, Herrera, and then Wade. And if we got more than a 4-run lead, we would switch off to probably Strom. But it worked out perfect.
The speed was really a factor tonight. Those 2 bunts, obviously, and Gore's speed in the 8th really kind of set things up there.
Yeah, the speed's it's a nice little weapon to have.
There aren't many guys who are capable of doing what Yordano did tonight. Navigating his way through that lineup and then sort of selectively walking guys and then going after everybody else and have enough stuff to do it.
Yeah. Well, again, we feel like he's really making strides, and sometimes it feels like there's like 3 steps forward and then a step back. And we felt like the game in Boston was a step back because he reverted back to trying to overthrow the ball and muscle pitches and came out of his delivery. And him and Dave, had, long conversations this week and a lot of time in front of the video looking at, how good he can be when he stays within himself. And he did it tonight, perfectly. And he understands. It's just hard sometimes, when you get a little revved up. And it was a Sunday night game on ESPN, and they were playing the Boston Red Sox. And but this game was equally as big on Fox national TV, and a very, very potent offensive lineup, but just stayed within himself wonderfully.
The run in the 5th was big at the time. Are both those bunts just field plays from those guys? Or
Yeah. No, there's no bunt signs there. They're both bunts for base hit.
What's the situation with Alex? Who did he
As Achilles got a little tight.
They said it wasn't serious. Is that what?
Nah, we took more out of a precaution more than anything else, and we'll see how he feels, but probably give him the day off tomorrow. And then with the lefty going, it gives us a good chance to get Witt in left field.